people who are not me, and welcome back to Megaman 5. I am Sire Goku. In the last video, we defeated Darkman after finding out that he was framing Proto Man by being designed by none other than Dr. Wily. Who saw that coming? Anyway, so now we know that Dr. Wily's behind this again, so now we gotta go through his castle and stop him. Just like Mega Man 4. Anyway, drop down the left side here, otherwise you're going to fall into spikes. And then just keep falling to the right. I suggest backing up a little bit so that you can scroll the screen back a little bit, otherwise you're not going to be able to see as much ahead of you. And this room is a little bit clustered. Normally that doesn't go that badly, but still, they're nice enough to give you a large weapon energy up there, and assuming you did kind of make that mistake. Again, the super arrow makes things a little bit nicer. It does use up a lot of energy, but that's okay. It's not like I'm going to be needing it for too long. For those of you that have played Mega Man 10's Endless Mode, you may recognize this room, because they do bring this room back in Mega Man 10's Endless Mode run. Which is a pretty nice throwback. I really enjoyed the endless stages in Mega Man 9 and 10. They threw in a lot of awesome references. Anyway, I'm going to be refilling on Beat because I need him, even though I am going to use up the last of my Rush Coil here. You can also farm off of this guy here, which I'm probably going to do. So I'll probably cut ahead in just a second because I don't want to waste a Mega Tank just yet. Okay, I'm back. I basically just wanted to refill on Beat because we're gonna need him for later. Just letting you know that now. Now you have some difficult jumping to get across here, or you can just be smart and use a Rush Jet. And with how I've been playing the last couple of stages, I think I'm just going to Rush Jet across here. It's not that hard, but jumping on very small platforms that are moving tend to equal death for me. Lots and lots of death. So I'm going to minimize as much of that as possible. Now we have yet another throwback to Dustman's stage of all things, with this giant crusher, which actually is a little bit difficult at times. You have to clear away that junk first, then slide here real quick, because it's just low enough that it's going to crush you the second it touches you. So, you have to be fast. Just like in Dustman's stage, you just have to run through this as quickly as possible to avoid getting crushed. Mega Man does not like being crushed. It is an instant kill. Since there's not much more to talk about, I guess I should talk about the elephant in the room and be like, you know, I understand if people are frustrated and annoyed at Inafune for what happened with Mighty Number 9. I know it's not what people wanted. It's not like he wanted to delay it either. I feel bad. He feels bad. We are all annoyed. But I wouldn't go so far as to blame Inafune for it. He clearly was not expecting that to happen. We should have had the game by now, and he definitely is as pissed off about it as we are. I want to play it. Everyone else that backed it kind of still wants to play it. I will say that despite the fact that that game's been taking a while, a lot of Kickstarter games have been other Kickstarter games have been taking a while too, like Shantae Half Genie Hero, but nobody's complaining about Shantae taking a while to get out. So why is Mighty Number 9 the one that has the most slack going for it? I understand that it had the largest budget immediately and that it's taking a while, but oh well. That's all I'm going to say on that for now. I just needed something to talk about with that boring section there. The hard thing about this stage is the very low ceilings here. It makes jumping very dangerous. You can slide across these open pits, but that's also dangerous because if you mistime it, you could still just barely miss and fall into a spike. Anyway, you got this robot here, who, if you don't do anything, he just kind of stands there, and he'll occasionally shoot out these orbs. What you have to do is you have to shoot these platforms out, and he will launch them at you. Then you can jump on them, and then you have to shoot him in the eyes when they're open. His weakness is the crystal eye. So the best thing I can do is just avoid. The best thing I can say is just avoid the little enemies that he shoots out as best as you can, and then jump on the moving platforms that you shoot at. And as soon as your eye level with his face, switch over to the crystal eye, and then jump and shoot. You should be able to get about 2 shots in if you're fast enough. It's not too bad. And if you don't want to use the crystal eye, you can also always just use the Mega Buster, because the charged Mega Buster is pretty much equal in power to any main weapon weakness. The problem with it is because of the size of it, it occasionally can, as you can see, it can miss. But as long as you keep aiming at his face, you should be able to take him out no problem. Again, these stages are a little bit longer. That's why Wily's Castle only has 3 stages. And we're coming up to probably the longest stage in the entire game. In fact, let's check the map. Yeah, that's a kind of a long stage. It wasn't until this version of these games that I realized that the line that's being drawn on the castle map stage is pretty much the same shape as the stage layout. I honestly didn't realize that. You can call me, I'm probably an idiot for not realizing that, but I never realized that, and I find that pretty awesome that they actually designed it that way. I used the last bit of my super arrow to make that jump because I did not trust myself one bit. Also, there's one other thing that I never mentioned until now because it wasn't really worth mentioning. There's no Rush Marine in this game. Rush Marine is officially gone, and it's never coming back. Which kind of makes me sad because really the Rush Marine could have been very, 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 very helpful in this section right here. I mean, yes, you can use the Rush Jet and it works exactly the same, but it feels weird not having the Rush Marine anymore. I know it's not as useful as everything else, but it's still cool to have. Poor Rush. Again, being able to jump higher in water, you should be able to make that jump no problem, but I'm just not going to chance it. It is one of the last stages of the game, so of course it's going to be a bit difficult. I'm not expecting it to be super easy. I'm not expecting it to be impossibly hard either. That's if you're playing Mega Man 9 and 10. Especially Mega Man 9. Oh my gosh. Unless you're playing hard mode Mega Man 10. Ooh, I'm debating on if I'm doing that. Anyway, like I said, using Rush Jet is very helpful for those sections. And again, it makes me miss the Rush Marine. Granted, that would have been the only time Rush Marine would have been useful in this entire game. But still, I mean, I kind of miss it. Oh, stupid rat. And you scrolled off screen. Fair enough. Getting a lot of unnecessary hits here, me. Ah, thankfully they were nice enough to give you a life energy. I honestly forgot that was there. It's been a while since I played Mega Man 5. I don't remember every single thing about it. And herein lies the issue with using a wireless controller. Every once in a while it kind of bugs out when I'm trying to jump. I'm not going to make that as my excuse for things going wrong in this playthrough. I'm just saying it does happen. Again, whenever you have these infinitely spawning enemy placement here, it's the pretty dang good chance to refill on stuff. Ow. Again, you can use Super Arrow or Rush Jet. Actually, I think you're supposed to use Super Arrow there. Oh, I probably should have refilled on Super Arrow then. Whoops. Well, at least I'm right here. I think that's the first time I've ever actually died here. Oh well. Let's go through it again. Extra life, thank you. There we go. There. I do need Super Arrow, so... There we go. Man, this is embarrassing. I should not be dying this much. Oh well. Let's refill on more Super Arrow. I could use the Mega Tank. I really could, but I don't want to right now. I will use it for when I really need it. Like a certain boss rush that every Mega Man game is supposed to have. There we go. Again, I think that's why this enemy is here, because it's a good chance to refill on stuff if you're lucky. Especially if you're getting lucky like me and actually getting what you need. There we go. And the deaths never happened. What do you mean it happened? What do you mean I recorded it? Shut up. Anyway. Well, let's try that again. Yep, yeah, you definitely want to use Super Arrow there. Okay, that's better. And then the best thing you can do here is just use Beat. Beat destroys that giant enemy there. And we have this boss. Again, I don't know boss names, but I do know he's weak to gyro attack. And what you have to do is wait for him to be, wait for the sides to open up, and then shoot the gyro attack into the opening. And I'm just not going to risk taking deaths anymore. And I'm just going to use one of my several energy tanks that I have, because that's what they're for, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they are for. There is no shame in using an E-Tank if you need to. Even if the game is super easy, you can make mistakes, and that's what they're for. If you make too many mistakes, you use an E-Tank and you heal yourself up. Anyway, whenever that enemy opens the side doors, just shoot a gyro attack into it, and it does massive damage, and he goes down in like 6 or 7 hits. Very, very easy, boss. And now we are coming on to the third stage of Wily's castle, and this is going to have the staple boss rush of the Mega Man game. So be prepared for fast-forwarding montages galore, because I'm not going to let you guys sit here and watch me refight all 8 bosses over again. Now right here you can farm. Why am I getting extra lives? I don't need extra lives. I need weapon energy. Like that, there. Specifically for Beat, because I'm going to be needing him fairly soon. Again, that's why this enemy is here in the first place, so that you can recharge on all of your stuff. And that's what I'm going to be doing. It shouldn't take very long. I'm actually getting super lucky with the item drops here. I say that, and now he's not doing what I want him to do. Oh boy. Almost there. That's much better. Good enough. So anyway, I apologize for taking a little too long there. But here's the spot. Here's the boss rush room. Enjoy the montage. And we're done. As you probably noticed, that's why I don't like using Power Stone on Charge Man, but okay. Moving on to Dr. Wily. He's just going to be hovering above you, and then he's going to try and crush you. The best thing I can say is try to stay near the center. Of course, now he's going to screw me over by constantly being as close to the end as possible. He is weak to the charge, the Star Crash. The best thing I can say is stay near the center as much as possible, so it's very easy to avoid getting hit by him. That's assuming he actually doesn't stop in anywhere other than the middle. But when he comes down, you just slide out of the way, and then just jump and shoot when his pod opens up. As I said, his weakness is the Star Crash, but it's hard to hit him with it, so it's best to just use the Mega Buster, because it does just as much damage, and you have a much better chance of hitting him. You also have a much better chance of getting hit by him if he decides to be a dick. But that's what energy tanks are for. And normally I don't have to do this, but, you know, recording curse and all. I mean, Jesus, he is never like this for me. Wow. Really? Oh well, what can you do? There we go. Yeah, just stay near the center as much as possible and just hope to God that he just decides to go down in the center. He never does this for me. Normally, he's much more cooperative than this, but oh well, what am I gonna do? There we go, see, this is what he often does. The more you hit him, the faster he gets, too, so you gotta be on your toes here. There we go! Done! See how much easier that was when he cooperates? I'm not even mad, I'm confused. But for defeating Wily, he escapes yet again, because we weren't even at the skull marking this time, so if you were thinking he was actually going to be done, no, you don't know Dr. Wily. He's never done in one battle. We gotta just fight these giant robots again. And this is the final stage. It's a very, very short... Like most Mega Man games, it's basically just a small fall into an open hallway. And it's time I show off... Actually... Should I? Yes, I should. This is the Mega Tank. Prepare your ears. I am so sorry, but that's what the Mega Tank does. If your weapons are low, it refills all of them to max. And here's Wily. Wily machine number 5. He shoots orbs at you that are easy to avoid. He tries to suck you towards him, and then he also shoots missiles. Maybe I'll be able to beat him before he shoots him. Nope, there's the missile. And he's weak to Super Arrow, so it's the one time the Super Arrow actually does decent damage to a boss. And now we have the Wily Capsule number 5. Wily Capsule 5 is very, very easy. He's weak to Beat. And why is that? Because once you hit him with Beat, Beat will be able to attack him a second time. If you're lucky, Beat will attack him a second time, as you saw before. And if he does manage to attack him again as Wily is vanishing, he will then home in on where he's going to be the next. So yeah. But again, the game's not cooperating with me at the moment. So I'm getting unlucky as heck here. But it's basically the same Wily Capsule fight that was in Mega Man 4. Except this time you're not using the Pharaoh Shot, you're using Beat. And you don't even have to... It makes it easier because really all you have to worry about is dodging Wily's attacks. Because Beat's going to do all the damage for you. Now, the thing is if you're too close to him, Beat's going to keep ramming into him. And that's going to use up a little more weapon energy. Other than that, Wily is simple. Just stay away from him as soon as he shows up. And then as long as you stand directly next to him, wherever he shows up, Beat's going to damage him, so you're good. And that's it. Wily's done. I don't even have to look. Boom. Hi, Wily. And this time we're actually going to try and catch this jerk. Come back here, you. Why are you like Eggman? Why are you faster than Mega Man? Get back here. Also, there was a different music track playing in the NES version. I don't know why they took it out in the Anniversary Collection, but a little bit of extra trivia. So there we go. Wily begs for forgiveness yet again. We save Dr. Light, and of course the castle is crumbling. Although this time we finally get a chance to see just how strong Mega Man really is. He can hold up a collapsing building. Jesus Christ. But thankfully, a familiar friend is able to help us in our time of need. The real Proto Man shows up and saves us yet again, while Wily runs away for the 5th time. And there you have it. That's Mega Man 5. Not the best run that I've ever had of this game, not gonna lie. And I could have done it a lot better, but I don't care. I just enjoyed playing this game again. It's been a while since I played it, and I really do still enjoy it. It's not perfect. There's definitely flaws with it. Certain stages are a little bit too long for their own good, and most of the weapons are completely, worthless compared to how overpowered the Mega Buster is in this game. They fixed that a little bit more in Mega Man 6, where the weapons are still... The Mega Buster itself in 6 is still about as strong as it is in Mega Man 5. We'll get to Mega Man 6 eventually. But with Mega Man 5, it's just... when the Mega Buster does the same amount of damage as the weapon's weakness... It's like, oh, I can fight Napalm Man with the Crystal Eye and do 3 bars of damage. Or I can just shoot him with a charge shot and do 3 bars of damage. Just saying. overall, I would say it's not my favorite of the Mega Man games. I like it a little bit less, I would say, than Mega Man 4. That's not to say Mega Man 5 is bad. I like the music a lot in Mega Man 5 over Mega Man 4. Like, a lot more. And most of the stages in Mega Man 5 are really fun. I do enjoy most of it. I think what kind of drags Mega Man 5 down for me a little bit is just the Wily Castle stages, honestly. Because they're too short, and unlike Mega Man 4, it's like, with Mega Man 4, at least they were challenging. I mean, I know I'm saying that knowing that I messed up quite a bit in this playthrough, but I think Mega Man 4's Wily Castles were done a little bit better. It doesn't help that the Wily Castle boss was basically a copy-paste from Mega Man 4, and I know that's standard for Mega Man, that like they reuse assets and stuff, but it's more the fact that Beat just makes Wily too easy. But yeah, that's Mega Man 5. I enjoyed going back to solo commentary again. Not that I dislike doing commentary with Advanced Logic and Luigi 01, but it's been a while since I've done a solo Let's Play, and I figured that's why I chose to do Mega Man 5, because I figured it's a simple enough game that all I have to do is talk about Mega Man, and I love Mega Man. I can talk about Mega Man forever. But that's Mega Man 5. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know what my next LP is going to be. I doubt I'm going to jump right into Mega Man 6 right away, because I don't want to overload you guys on Mega Man. But I'll figure out what my next LP is going to be next time. And I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next Let's Play.